Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you had a nice first day of spring. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Could everyone please stand up? Right hands over your hearts. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, boys and girls. How about we sing Days of the Week? Ready? Days of the week. 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 This Sunday and this Monday, this Tuesday and this Wednesday, this Thursday and this Friday, and then this Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're right. So today is Friday, March 20th. And a 20 is a 2 and a 0. 2, 1. Is that right? No. Didn't I say 2, 0? So 2, 0 is 20. And we'll count together since no one's here to help me do the jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2, 0. So today is Friday, March 20th. Thank you, boys and girls. Now, we were supposed to make flowers today in a vase for the letter V, but we don't have this stuff here, so we're going to play a little game with flowers. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some patterns, and I'm going to have you help me, okay? Because I know you are really good at patterns. So, I have a pink flower, pink. I have a blue flower, blue. So pink, blue. And another pink flower. Pink, blue, pink. What do you think would come next? Blue, you're right. Pink, blue, pink, blue, pink. Great. Pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. Great job. Now, you know sometimes when we're in school, we do patterns with us. Like I say, come on, let's do a pattern. And I'll say like, maybe 2 boys get in line. So we'll have 2 boys, and then I'll call a girl up. So we'll have boy, boy, girl. And then I might call a couple more boys up. So we'll have boy, boy, girl, boy, boy, another girl, girl. So boy, boy, girl, boy, boy, girl. We can't do this here because you're not here to help me do this, and I don't have enough people living in my house to do this. But you can do it at your house later. And I'm going to show you a way to do it. I'm going to do it with pictures of people in my family, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Before I start, you probably noticed I have an easel now, right? I have an easel, I have a whiteboard, I have markers, because my sister, Miss Jenkins, saw our video yesterday, and she is a kindergarten teacher at St. John's School in Peabody. And she had all this stuff extra at her house, and so she called me up and she said, I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to leave it on your porch. So she carried it, put it in her car, and drove over here, and then carried up my steps and left it on my porch for me. And that is kindness counts. So I'm going to do a little pattern game with my sister Nancy and my other brothers and sisters. So when I was growing up, there were 8 of us in my family, 8 kids, can you imagine? So there's 6 girls, and I'm one of them, and 2 boys. So I'm going to do a pattern with my brothers and sisters. So the pictures are small, I'm sorry. This is my sister Linda. She's the oldest. You might know her as Mrs. Cohan. In school I call her Mrs. Cohan, but at home I call her Linda. So I'm going to put her right here. She's going to be the first one in my pattern. And then this is me, Mrs. Selinger. Linda calls me Debbie when we're not in school. So we have Linda and Debbie. This is my sister Susan. And some of you might know her as Mrs. Linehan, because one day when Mrs. Laura wasn't in school, Susan, Mrs. Linehan, came in and helped Miss Brittany. So I'm going to put her right here. So we have Linda, and I'm going to call my sisters girls, and I'm going to call my brothers boys, okay? So we have girl, girl, girl. Now, This is my brother Danny. I don't think you know him, but he's a police officer in Peabody. So like if you needed help with something, you could go right up to him if you saw him. That's what he looks like, and he would help you. He's such a nice police officer. So we have girl, 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 boy. The tape fell off my sister Brenda. This is my sister Brenda. And you know what? She's not a teacher, but all of her sisters are teachers. She actually works in an accountant's office. And in accountant's offices, they help people with their bills and counting money and doing math problems. So if you needed help with something with numbers, you should call Brenda. So now we have girl, 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 boy, girl. And now I'm going to add another girl. And this girl is Nancy, Miss Jenkins, the kindergarten teacher, the one that gave us the easel and the whiteboard and the markers and was doing kindness counts yesterday. So I'm going to put her right next to Brenda. And then, this is my youngest sister. Her name is Kathleen, but you know what? Some of you might know her as Mrs. Keenan because she also came into Miss Laura's class one day to help out because she's a teacher. So we have girl, 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 boy. Girl, girl, girl. What do you think's coming next? Boy, you're right. And there's one boy left. I have one more brother. And his name is Matt. And he actually works at City Hall in Peabody. So if you needed to get a license, like say you got a new dog and he needed a license, if you went to City Hall and went in to get a license, you would see Matt. So now this is the pattern of my family. Girl, 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 boy. Girl, 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 boy. So tonight, or later on, when everyone's home in your house, see if you can do a pattern with your family and line them up. And maybe you could post it on there because that would make me really happy to see patterns of families. That would be so much fun. So I'm going to tell you one more thing about kindness counts. William, he lives a couple streets away from me. I never told you this before, I don't think. I'm his great aunt. So his mom is my niece. And his mom is also a teacher. So she went through some of William's books and some library books, and she brought them and left them on my porch because she was doing kindness counts too, and William was too because he was letting me borrow his books. And speaking about borrowing books, 2 of the books that they gave me to use are library books. And library books, you don't keep those. You borrow them. You go to the library and you have a library card like this. If you don't have one, guess what? You can all get one because the only thing you need to do to get a library card is to be able to write your name on the back. And I know you can all write your names. So you bring the library card into the library and you look through all their books, and they have so many. And then if you find a couple you want to bring home and be able to read and look at for a few days, you can with the library card. And the library is really awesome. You have to use your inside voices, but if say you wanted to play with toys, they have toys there. Say you wanted to rent a movie, they have movies. Not rent, borrow. You borrow a movie with your library card. But you'll see people there, and some people will be doing research, and research means like they're trying to get more information about something. So let's say cement mixes. You know a lot about cement mixes, but you don't know everything about cement mixes. So you could get a book, and it would tell you everything you needed to know about cement mixes. So that's what research is, like finding out as much information as you can. So maybe once all this virus has gone away, maybe some of you can go to the library and get a library card and visit it. It's so much fun. So I'm going to read one story from a library book, and then we'll finish up. Well, these are the 2 library books that William is sharing with me. And I'm going to show you inside. Inside, there's a paper like this, and they stamp it with the date, so you know when you need to bring the book back. But the one I'm going to read today is called Finding Spring. The forest was growing cold. Mama said that soon it would be time to sleep, but all Morris could think about was his first spring. Spring, 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 he sang as he filled up on berries. I wish it was spring right now, Morris told Mama. Waiting is hard, she said, but right now it's time to sleep. Maybe you will dream about spring, Mama whispered. Soon she was softly snoring, but Morris was wide awake. And off he went. Everyone in the forest was busy. I'm looking for spring, Morris told Squirrel. That might take a while, Squirrel chittered, trying to bury a large acorn. I'm looking for spring, he told Rabbit. Not yet, Rabbit giggled before dashing into his warm burrow. Deer didn't even look up from her grass. I'm looking for spring, he told Robin. Everything in its time, Robin said. Then she flew south. The woods smelled musky, and there was something new and tangy in the air. I smell spring, said Morris as he hurried along. Suddenly, Morris felt an icy sting on his nose. Is that spring? He asked. A beautiful crystal listed on his paw. Spring? The crystal disappeared, but soon there was another and another and another. Morris chased after them. Spring was hard to catch. He chased them. Past dry leaves, past bare branches, over the frozen stream. All the way to the great hill. Wow, said Morris. Spring, spring, I found spring, he sang as he scooped up a bit to take home. Back in the den, Morris snuggled happily against Mama. He slept and he slept and he slept. When he woke up, everyone had already gathered in the meadow. I brought you some spring, Morris announced. But spring was gone. Where is it? He asked. Spring can be hard to find, said Robin. Maybe it's hiding, Rabbit giggled. Deer just blinked. Sometimes you really have to search, said Squirrel. Let's look again, Mama said. So Morris led them through the forest. He saw blooming branches and bright green buds. He saw the rushing stream. Everything had changed, and Morris knew just what to do. To the great hill, he cried. And at last, there it was. Morris had finally found spring. And guess what? We've found it too, because yesterday was the first day of spring. And I can already see some little flowers starting to bud out of my bushes out in my yard. So one last thing for Kindness Counts. I'd really like you to try to do the patterns with your family. I think that would be really fun. But I've been noticing, since we've been all staying home, that I'm in my kitchen a lot, because I sit at the kitchen table, maybe to write or to look at my iPad, and then I cook and I clean. And sometimes I think, wow, wouldn't it be nice if I had someone here to help me clean? So I was thinking, I bet your family feels the same way. So when I was emptying my dishwasher this morning, I thought, this is something the boys and girls could do. So like, see this spoon? When I take it out of the dishwasher, I don't know if you can see, it's a little wet. So it needs to be wiped off. So if you take a dish towel and you wipe it off before it gets put away, that would be helping your family a lot. Also, like this plastic cup, dry it off, and then it can be put away. Now, not the knives and the sharp things, but you can ask your mom or your dad or whoever you're with, do you want me to help you? I can dry some of the things. And that is Kindness Counts. And that is your job for today. Have a great day, boys and girls. I'm going to see you on Monday. There's no school on Saturdays and Sundays. That's tomorrow and the next day. So I'm not going to do this for 2 days. But on Monday morning, I'll see you, okay? Have a great day. And remember, kindness counts.